Hello and welcome to Mad Owl Goes Racing, and today we're in rFactor 2 having a look at the two cars that are part of the Q4 2022 content drop. Those two cars are the BMW 330i M Sport BTCC car and the Vanwall Vandervell LMH, where the H does not stand for hybrid, it stands for hypercar, but I'll probably say hybrid about 3 million times because my brain's stupid. So let's have a look. What are you going to have a look at? We'll go over the BTCC car first. So we do a quick search for BTCC, and it should bring up the current BTCC cars that are available. The Honda, of course, being the old 2013 car. So now, if we go into the customised bit, we can have a look in the showroomy bit. As always, nicely modelled. This particular version being Colin Turkington's car. Nice attention to detail on the interior and everything. So the interesting bit is up here we've got tyre selection. You can actually select to have it completely unrestricted, standard, or the medium and wet only. You might or might not want to do that at any point, but whatever, I really don't mind. And the other important bit is that the 2022 rigs have a push-to-par system. Whereas if you put it on the 2021, if it'll go back, there's no push to pass. Now, I don't know what the rules are as far as use of push to pass. I believe it's once per lap is what they allow, but if you don't use it on a lap, you can use it twice in the following lap or something. Probably not going to be using it at the moment, so we're not too worried about that. Right, let's just go to Silverstone, have a quick lap or two round the Silverstone Grand Prix course. The reason I've gone for the Grand Prix course is it makes more sense when using the faster of the two cars, and that way I don't have to think about changing circuits or anything. I can't remember if I've done any laps in the other car. I think the other cars I did around like Brands India and things like that, so it won't be a direct comparison of lap times. But I'm sure they should be fairly well balanced between the various cars because they're all built to a specific allowed set of rules for everything. So let's have a look. Interior. Switch panel supplied by Elgato, presumably, with the stream deck in front of him, so he can stream things whilst he's driving. No, I'm kidding. Sound-wise, not bad. Bit of transmission wheel. I will now try and embarrass myself and find the right button to turn this limiter off. Not that one. Must be that one. Well, the first one was launch control. I can't actually see what it says because I've got a thing with my ugly mug down there that I can see. You've got it over there, so you can't see the tyre temperatures, but whatever. Right, first thing to say is the brakes didn't lock instantly, which is always nice. Get the amount of feel through the steering there as I've got a bit of load going through. Actually didn't lock the fronts at all, which is interesting. Now it feels like I've got an understeer there, but I can't hear any scrub noise, so... And if these are using the new sound system, I don't think you can actually individually change the sort of tyre versus engine note or anything, which is a little bit of a strange thing to do. a bit of noise from the tyres there. But I do feel like I was pushing well past the point where it should have been sliding by that point, so. General impression is well balanced. It's not going to do anything stupid to you. It's not going to send you into a spin that you don't know why it's happened. Get a bit of extra rotation on the exit using the throttle. Going a bit of extra rotation with the throttle. Nice balance. Quite a good turning. Feels like the front end's gripping quite nicely. Like I said, it just felt a little bit on the initial cold tyre stages, like it was a little bit of understeer. Right there, I'm not sure if I'm getting understeer or not there. Tyre temperatures were spiking quite a bit, but again that's flash temperatures showing, so a bit hard to tell. You can shoulder brakes in quite nicely, so that's always good. So the brakes seem to be nicely set, so they're not ridiculously sharp. The front end was getting away a little bit there, as it definitely generated a lot of heat in the front left. Yeah, it's nicely balanced. It doesn't feel like it wants to kill you, which you would hope. It's not the world's most powerful car, not the most aero that you've ever seen in a car, and generally it's going to be, hopefully, reasonably civilised to drive. Just get a little feel for the rotation coming out of there, so I don't know what that was, 2 minutes 13. I'm guessing that's a reasonable lap, but I might be wrong. So yeah, that's really nice. It feels good. I'll sort out a replay later and put it in the corner so you can all admire the car from the outside, as I'm, rather than admiring my driving, obviously. But yeah, that's really nice. It's it feels reasonably similar to the other rear-wheel drive BTCC car in terms of balance and everything. So yeah, nice addition. So let's have a look at the what should be much more mental car. Now the Le Mans hypercar. I keep wanting to say hybrid, but I will slow my brain down enough to say hypercar. Look at Van, we should be able to find it. Ooh, brings up the Aston Martin, presumably because it's then looking for Vantage. Oh well, didn't realise it did that. Good job. The brightly coloured. Again, we'll have a look in the showroom. There's no weird stuff to do with this one. It's just as it is. The hypercar's 500 kilowatt for the internal combustion engine plus 200 kilowatts if you have a hybrid system. I'm assuming it's got a hybrid system. I don't know. I can't actually find out. It's a 4.5 litre Gibson V8 by all accounts, which is going to produce 670-ish brake horsepower, which is what 500 kilowatts is. You're allowed another 200 kilowatts via your hybrid system. You wouldn't give away 200 kilowatts, which is like 270 brake horsepower or something. I think the total was 950-ish horsepower with the two combined. I'd have to get my calculator out or try and extend my memory to go, what was it when you last checked ages ago? But yeah, this, like I said, there's not a huge amount of info specific to this car. It's there is a vanwallracing.com website, and literally it's got a picture of the car and a few links to contact privacy settings, and that's it. No info about the car at all. The car was supposed to be in the 2022 WC series, if I remember rightly, and was rejected for whatever reason. Now the car in here in RF2 has been developed in association with Vanwall and everything, so it should be quite accurate to what it does. We'll drive it without any setup changes or anything. Don't know if there's anything that would tell me anything particularly useful in here. Don't think so. Interesting, you can change the ratio set and full, fifth and sixth, but not first, second and third. Okay. Traction control, 3-stage as per the new stuff, so it should control both lateral and longitudinal slip. That's the theory anyway. I don't think I've got buttons set up on this wheel to actually change anything, so it is what it is. Soft tyres. Okay. Aero. Is that the minimum rear wing? No, that's not quite minimum rear wing, but it sure as hell isn't a high downforce rear end. Packers, ride height, spring ride. Anti-roll bars, toe, dampers, and not a lot you can change on the chassis, obviously. Basically, it's, you got camber, but no caster adjustment. So I'm not sure how much of that would be relevant anyway. So let's drive the bloody car now. This being a Lemons prototypey type thing, they've got specifications on sort of like the cockpit and everything, I believe. So they're all going to look fairly similar to this in terms of fairly restricted view. Yeah, I really can't see a lot. If I had track IR or I was in VR, I'd be able to look out the side window, but I can't. So see if I can hit the right button this time. Oh, I think I did. Scream from the engine. So, like I said, it's a Gibson V8. It should sound pretty much the same as the LMP2 car, which is usually Gibson V8. But let's play Guess the Apex. Oh, about there, spot on. Definitely a lot more performance than the. We have a little white light flash there, which presumably was telling us we'd locked up the front tyres or rears. I'm not sure which, but so it's obviously got something. By the looks of it, got no ABS. It has something to actually tell you you're locking the tyres up. It's quite useful. The rev limiter without a lot of warning. Not sure that was because I was on the curb and I want to rotate a bit there. So I actually see something that tells you how fast we're going. 184-ish miles an hour I think they hit. I'd have to look at the replay to see what it actually got up to. So far it feels fairly solidly planted. Oh, I can feel it trying to rotate as I'm coming out the corner with a bit of throttle on it. It's a nice positive front end on it. Oh shit. I must set something up to say, don't put it into neutral when you change down too many times. Definitely got a bit of rotation on power there. Track's a bit bumpy in the braking zone there, so you do get quite a bit of locking. I did notice we had some purple flashes under power, so it's also got something to tell you or spin it up, so at that point you presumably change your TC settings, if you had a button set to do it, of course. Bit of understeer there. I was a little bit reluctant to get the front end to load up there through the last part of Maggots and Beckett's, so or easy to get a bit too much rotation there. Just lock the front slightly. Definitely feeling wanting to try and get away from me coming out of there, so yeah. Very careful with the throttle application coming out of there to stop it over rotating, but generally it doesn't feel too badly balanced. A little bit late on the brakes here and definitely dragged it a bit too much. Oh shit, down too many gears again. Yeah, we definitely got something to tell us when we're spinning the rears up as well. I don't know what sort of lap times we're going to do here. Definitely not as relaxing to drive as the BMW was, that's for sure. Pulls out of slide corners in that third quite well. Presumably that's the electric helping out. As I said, I'm assuming it's a hybrid, I can't guarantee it. Again, quite a lot of rotation trying to get on the power, so be very patient coming out of there to get the power down. Bit wide. Definitely a car that's quite easy to overdrive, I suspect. I'll get your heart rate up early in the morning, isn't it? Yeah, generally not too badly balanced. A little bit easier to get rotation out of corners. You could possibly tune that out, change your traction control. Like I said, I haven't got a button set for traction control. I've got this set on, I think, the medium preset for rubbery, so not the grippiest track. Not the worst you could have by any means, but yeah, not bad at all. Sounds quite nice. Like I said, I really don't know whether this thing is hybrid or not. I'm assuming it does. There might be another page on the steering wheel that tells you some more information about what it's doing, or some external overlays that can tell you whether or not it's using hybrid. But yeah, again, interesting addition. I'm not sure how much time I'd spend in something like this compared with the BTCC car. The BTCC cars, they're all reasonably easy to drive whilst being good fun. Chuck around. This, I think you've got to finesse it a little bit more. It's going to be something that obviously requires a lot more concentration because it's a much faster car, obviously. So definitely a different driving style required when it comes to how hard you hit the throttle, etc., and being careful on the brakes, because it is quite easy to lock the brakes on the feel of it, especially on the bumpy section. So you'd probably, if I was going to look at a setup for this, I'd be looking at adjusting the high speed dampers a bit to try and keep it a bit more in contact with the ground on the sort of braking zones. But yeah, overall, nice car. Like I said, I would like to know a bit more about it, but what can you do? If the information's not on the internet, you can't find it. So for me, for now, that will do. Like I said, that's the two cars. A quick look at those. I'll do a couple more videos, have a look at the two British tracks that have been added, and then I'll have a look at the other two, which is the London E-Prix circuit for Formula E and the Bahrain GP course, which I might use this round because the current, I believe this weekend is the Bahrain 8 hour. I might be wrong, but I believe it's this weekend. So for me, for now, have fun, enjoy racing, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. There's my button.